Snap, crackle, pop. Imagine you're 12 years old again. Your mom has you and your siblings doing chores around the house. But what you didn't know, when you're done with those chores, she has made you a pan of Scotcheroo bars. So gooey, so tasty, such a Midwestern delight. The secret ingredient, however, that no one is talking about is rice. Yes, you heard me, rice. Today, I'll be explaining to you why rice is one of the most slept on, underappreciated foods across the globe. It is a staple food across every country in this world. It has many health benefits, and it's also useful in many ways other than eating. It is the most common food in the world. Over 486.6 million pounds of rice was consumed in 2019. I got this information from Statista.com back in 2019. China accounts for 143 million of that 486 million of the world, so they obviously eat a lot of rice, while the US only consumes about 4 million pounds. It's also very cheap, right? So many people in third world countries, many of the poor families, that's all they can afford, that's all they can eat. So maybe a cup a day they'll survive off of. It's just very cheap and it's very filling. Rice was found over 14,000 years ago in China, so it has stood the test of time. It was found near the Yangtze River, and they just kind of irrigated it and spread throughout China and then eventually the rest of the world. There are over 40,000 different kinds of rice, all shapes and sizes, all colors, different textures, different nutritional aspects. Now you know how important rice is. Let's talk about why it's important. It has many health benefits. 1 cup of rice is 200 calories. In 1 cup, there's 33 grams of carbs, 4 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat. It's very low in fat, very high in carbs, decent amount of protein. It's a good filling meal. It is also high in fiber, meaning that will prevent constipation. So no one likes to be constipated, right? So also cooked rice is over 70% of it is actually water, so it will hydrate you as you eat it, which is just a little fun fact. And that's good to keep the toxins out of your body, right? It also can help control blood pressure and blood sugar, keep those at normal levels. That's good for overall heart health, and it also can help prevent diabetes. Rice is good for you internally, and there are also ways it can help externally. It's in so many different recipes. Some of my favorites, Rice Krispies, right? Rice Krispies going to Scotcheroo bars, so good. Chicken and fried rice, little eggs, a little bit of rice, little chicken, nothing better. Rice cakes, also little flavored rice cakes, so good. It also does not need to be cooked, right? So if you drop your phone in a puddle of water, right? What's the first thing you do? Throw in a bowl of rice, right? So you can do that. Also, another thing you can do is if you fill up a bag with rice, you can either heat it up or freeze it so that you can make a little ice pack, because the rice holds the heat and the cold really well. Another thing you can do, if the blades in your blender are dull and not chopping very well, you can put rice in your blender and it'll actually sharpen the blades in there. Now, to summarize, rice is a very staple food in many different cultures. It's eaten all across the world. It's the most common food found. It has many health benefits, and there's other uses to it besides eating. Now think back to those yummy Scotcheroo bars. So gooey, so tasty, such a Midwestern delight. Today, in my speech, I hope you gained a grain of knowledge. This is my audience, Rob, Max, Isaac. Thanks for listening.